Good afternoon, only just. Welcome to Lite Byte, the Friday afternoon stream where we do something arty and book related. My name is Cennamo-Smith. I am an author of crime, fantasy, sci-fi, horror, general weirdness, and today's weird. Today is may or may not be a full stream, may be a short stream depending on an upcoming phone call. Yeah, it's a weird day. I'm not 100% right now, but I wanted to be here just to kind of keep mind out of problems. So with that said, if you enjoy the stream, please like, subscribe, follow, all that jargon. If you want something to read, if I have to disappear at any point in time, there's some links down below with some amazing short stories, some full books, and some episodic series. So with that said, let's just crack on, because it's one of those days. We're going to carry on. We're going to play some music. Hopefully that's not too loud. That should be alright, yeah. Nice to have music, why not? We need to have something royalty free. And it's odd working in silence. So yeah, if you've been with us or seen the previous streams, we've been making a book cover based on a random title generated. The title it generated gave us Salvation 2105 Salvation was the title of the book, and we decided to go with slight dystopia, so what we have here is a desert-esque scene. Now, I am a 3D artist, so I am working entirely in 3D, and this is what we got, because yay, perspective. Yeah, we got our cracks, got everything kind of going on there. So, without further ado, what we're going to do at the moment is the cliff edge here. Where's the camera? I know what I'm doing. He lied. So, now what I need an additional USB window, additional navigation pan. Let's pop this. Can I pop this? Where can you go? Yeah, just there like that. There we go. And this is going to display. It's going to only use from camera. That's fine. So it means I can work in this aspect, which is much easier when you can move around without having to worry about where your camera is or what your view is. So first off, we need to bring those back a little bit. Slightly taper off, but we're not really going much further than that with there, so we're kind of curving it a little bit, not too much, just enough to be interesting. Then we're going to jigger it. What do I mean by jigger it? Well, let me show you. We're going to cut it up several times. No, I'm already using that tool. Oh, we don't need 10, so I need 2 subdivisions in each. There we go. And now what we are going to do is that might be too much. So I don't need X. I only want 20. Y is going to be 5, and that's going to be 100. And what this is going to do is jagger it and make it look a little more cliff edgy, for want of a better word. Oh, that might be the phone call. Be right back. Streamer's back, and Streamer's cat is gone. Hello, Flaz, how are you? Life sucks. Where were we? We were doing something semi-relevant to books. Well, no, seriously, what were we doing? My brain is just frazzled. How are you, Flaz? Let's refresh. Let's start again. So, I had a very important phone call which may determine the next few months and or years. Howdy. Take a breath. Breathe. Breathe. What are you doing? Having a panic attack. What are you doing? Continuing the plan. See if did I have a? Yeah, need to see what I've been working on. Where is random book cover JPEGs? Is that the one? Load. Yeah. This is what we're working on still. Working on this. So I'm going to leave the crap for the time being because what I wanted to have here was a single flower. So let us consider the flower. Depending on how detailed you want these to be, flowers can be quite easy and you can bodge a lot of it with decent texture. Deary me, deary me, deary me. I'm going to be a ball of anxiety for the next several minutes until I get another phone call. So how are you? What's new with you? I was in high spirits from last stream to now. I just finished chapter 10. Woo! Then on Friday night I returned to find that I accidentally deleted 6,000. Flaz! Flaz! How? How did you delete 6 hours of work? Oh. That was a roller coaster. Roller coasters are all we needed, doesn't it? I'm also slightly sleep deprived trying to get it done. Oh, cracky. Well, hopefully it will all be worth it. There's so many ways, but how did you delete 6 hours of work? Did you just forget to hit save? And do you not have an auto-save? Oh, me oh my. Me oh my. Please be good news. Oh, I'm not answering you right now because I don't have any good news for you. Why do you always text me when I start to stream? Anyway, so ooh, that was weird. Let me explain. Okay, story time with Flaz. I am on tenterhooks, I believe is the phrase. I can't remember if it's tenter or tender, but tenter seems to sound better. I should know these things. I claim to be English. Right. What we need is an M&M or a decent wrap. Fit too paired, that's too much bends. Tension. Just a little bit. Like that. And then afterwards, I can never remember the hierarchy of this. I can also remember the angle. Fit to parent. There we go. What happens if I do? Yeah, that's better. I exited from Wednesday, bunked off Word, saved and everything. Later the next day I return, I receive the recovered save, and in my universe I ignored it, deleted it. Oh. Oh no. Ah. Good old Word. To discover that I had just obliterated 6 hours of work and suffering. Oh, Flaz. I am incredibly sorry, and also trying not to laugh because that's kind of amusing. Oh, buddy. That sucks. The original save file was an order 1 6 hours before what I had done. Did you at least remember enough of what you had written to redo it? Because that would be worse if your memory just completely obliterated every trace of it. We don't need no regulations. We don't need no crowd control. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. Seems like I'm just updating minor things right now, but it might matter when you kind of come to pedalizing it. That should be okay, right? Do that. Okay. That is the thing. I remember everything, and the silver lining is that the new version is better than before. Woo! Learned from the mistakes of the old and made it great. Nice. You got a free editing session done. Well done. That's what you did. You wrote it all, you kept it fresh, and then you edited it in your mind as you were rewriting it. Perfect. That is the best result that could have possibly happened from deleting 6 hours of work. Oh, me oh my. No. Touching. What's occurring? So busy today, and here's really busy. Here is busy too, love. Christ almighty. Right, I was demoralised that day, so disappointed and just weak, and I refused to write and just drew another star map. I'll send it to Discord if can. Whew, nice. I'd love to see a star map. I also need to remember to turn on Discord when I log in. Because for some reason, this is further proof that I need a new computer. And when all is said and done, maybe next year I will treat myself. But if I have Discord set up to log in automatically, like to update and log in and start the day, it forces my computer into overclocking. And then it crashes my computer, which is utter BS. But yes, feel free to drop your star map into the art channel. I would love to see it. I am fully intrigued. Love maps. Maps are great fun. 500 might be a bit much, maybe 50? Shifty a little bit. We want a uniform scale of 0.9. Oh, no. Wrong one. 0.1. And a rotation of... No. Yeah. 10 degrees on that. 5 degrees on that. 10 degrees on that. There we go. Going to do then is clone you, and we're going to add, oh, there's the step. I thought I had this effective thing so they're not just the random, but I use random more than step. 20. Or 120 is an odd number to have. I'm not sure what flower this is. But it doesn't need to be realistic. It's not giving me a chance to send files. Oh, that's weird. It does say you're offline. Hello, buddy. Hello, Ravino05. Welcome to Twitch. I have no idea why. Oh, there we go. It's in general. Start up after the cast. That's strange. I will check. I will go through it after this and check permissions, and I'll let you know if there's something that's stopping you from sending stuff in the Discord. I am doing just as well as I can manage, Ravino. Thank you for asking. It's currently a questionable state to be in. Right. I needed some flowers. So anyway, chapter 10 is edited again, and the first 10 chapters are finally done. Pain. Right. Pain. Well, at least that's one pain you don't have to deal with anymore, flowers. That is a problem solved. We always love a problem solved. I need to go back to that. I can see better in this. Now the step's not working for me there because I need something more. What I need is I do need another one of you. I'll just do this manually. It'll be easier. Up you in there. Reduce the radius to 250. Scale you down by 70%. Well, that didn't work, did it? That's what I need to do. Current state to object. There we go, that makes it a bit easier, should be. There we go, we're going to go bubble 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 bubble, just a little bit flatter. Let's increase that back up to maybe, no, that's too many zeros. We have another viewer. Everybody get in position. Yes, Flaz, we've got Flaz on chat and Ravina on Twitch. So streaming in multiple locations, it's great fun. Means I've got more things to keep an eye on. Oh, did I delete my random effector? I did. Absolute tosspot. Uniform scale 0.1. Rotation, what was it? 5, 10, 10. No, 5, 10, 5. Yeah, that should be alright. Okay, I'm going to add that effector to this one as well, because can't hurt. But also, I need a slight rotation and actually I need a different effector because I want so random 1. It's a ton of effort for one flower. Yeah, that's the problem with these things. If you want to make them look semi-decent, you actually got to put some time and effort into making them. I refuse to use AI just to generate me a nice looking flower. Is also going to be the main feature of the cover. So let's do this one more time. Scale to 200 this time. 150. He says not really sure what he's doing. Believe it or not, I used to do this for a living. it's got effectors on it as well. It does have an effector on it, so let's remove that. Let's have a third effector. We don't need that. We do need. I'm going to give you 10, 10, 10. Right. 5 on that. Scale. Uniform. 1, 2. Scale it down. Bring this back in. Just got to keep tweaking. Oh no, I want loads. I want absolutely loads of them, but I need few around there. Okay, that's that. And now to cover most of it up. So that's something that's going to be there, and we are going to add a full texture onto that. So actually, what do I need? I don't need the standards. I need, where's the, there we go, that's the one I wanted. Yeah, even this is a lot of work. You should see the stuff they do on the Disney movies. Stuff's insane. Right. Now, remember when I told you that I would edit my novel in 3 months? A couple of months ago now. Yeah? How close are you? How close are you indeed? Come on, you must be nearly there, surely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 faces on this. Reasons. Come here. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to learn to count. No. So all facing roughly there. That's fine. Drop it down. If this ends up looking shite, I would not be surprised. It isn't looking good on that 3-month thing. Again, it was an arbitrary deadline set by yourself, so we can take these things with a grain of salt and a shot of tequila. If you're asking for suggestions. How often do you look at the back end of the underside of a flower, really? The grid is annoying me again. Grid? Grid, 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 where are you? Be gone. Right, so I need to cover that up there. Just enough to stretch. Oop. Turn off preserve groups, stretch them out a little bit. Hash, I believe, yeah. Now let's lift these up one by one. All the advice that I can say is that if you leave even one imperfect part, nobody will notice it and point it out. Always strive for perfection. Yeah, we can always try, but you can guarantee you're going to miss something. I got an email the other day on my website from a gentleman, I believe. I am assuming based on his name and email address. Email me saying, "Hi, I'm currently reading book 2. and I've noticed a spelling mistake on page yada yada yada. Thought you'd want to know. To which I replied, thank you very much, and I have changed it, and next time I do a print, that won't be there. Because fun fact, you can change up to 20% of a novel without having it matter, or without requiring a new ISBN. So just bear that in mind. You got some wiggle room for mistakes, even after you've printed. That's fine. All of you are going to go inside you. Flower 1, pop that down there. Disappear it and select children. Let's solidify everything and make it one thing. There we go. Double check, triple check, quadruple check, everything. Strive for perfection. Nothing less is enough for you, even if it takes all your time. Nah, certainly not my style. He says going in to manually edit individual petals that are overlapping. That definitely will not be seen when a texture is on and when it's the actual size of a flower. Take your own advice, Nicholas. Stop editing. There we go. I said there you go, and I'm still doing it. There we go. That's enough. That's those ones done. That's all we're going to really see. So there we go. Right, now the fun bit. We need a stem. Stems are relatively easy though, because all you need is a pen. That's the wrong pen. You sketch and just go and go. Let's start from the ground at the very least and go. B-spline is nicer. There we go. That's okay. Totally giving good advice. Not advice supposed to make it funnier when you hide focus on a tiny pencil and the slightest. Shh. Stop pointing out my hypocrisies. I have a wife for that. Leave banking on. Adaptive, natural to open. Code on that, and then the same for you. Natural banking to, because we can deal with that at a later date. It looks like crushed ice cream cone. It needs to be better. Silence, you. Where's that spot gone? There you are. Fine. Let's get all done. Details. Pop you out for the sake of being able to see this better. Start on scale. cubic. Cubic looks nicer, easier to deal with. Spine. To the point there. Get to your 0 mark, thank you. I am not stopping this too entertaining with how it looks like a flaccid pool noodle. Yes, it does. We are working on it. As if we take the flower, oh, that's tiny now by comparison. Caps. Pressing a little bit. Why don't you just? That's irritating. Oh well. Flower. Here, flower. Roughly. We'll deal with the connecting afterwards, because right now I think we need more sprouts and a leaf coming off of that. Sketch. The stem is massive. Is that flower the Eddie Hall equivalent of the Plant King? I don't know who Eddie Hall is. Who is Eddie Hall? He Googles. English retired strongman. Never heard of him, but that bloke is... Jesus. Got two very different photos of him. One of them looks like he is the Michelin Man, the other one looks like he can tear the Michelin Man in two. And yes, the stem is massive compared to the absolutely nothingness around it. Click it to your spline, there we go. We also want to B-spline you again. This is going to taper into a similar thing. Yeah, but yoink, be gone. And we need to taper it off significantly more into a point. Because that's going to be where the leaf connects to. I see what you mean now, the stem is in proportion to the size of the thing. No, not in the slightest. Because for the sake of it, let's just switch down to the thing, the view. See? Perfectly in scale. I don't know what you're talking about. Call it Flowerzilla. Let's go back into it. And then it's going to be kind of cracked underground. And there will be some cracking and some bits coming out of it. And then there will be photo effects on top to make it look. It needs to be more dynamic. Imagine the wind flowing through it, the slight tilt, and the return of energy. Yeah, we're working on it. Oh. As I say, build it for. Oh, yeah, I need to fix the bottom of those dramatically. I need to smooth those into the ground. But I think that's entirely because of the thong, as they call it. Let's not faff around with that anyway. I'll keep that there for the purposes of scale when we come to it. I'm going to load up my phone because, by all logically speaking, I should be significantly better at doing flowers because I spend a lot of time in gardens photographing flowers. But if that can be seen on there. I really like flowers, but I have noticed that I spend very little time paying attention to the stems, which are probably quite an important part. So I've just got a nice collection of actual flowers. It needs to be perfected. No. It's a desolate wasteland. Yeah, I need to go and look at some more flowers, man. Where is it? Come here. I need to label this stem, leaf, stem. Also, that bit needs to kind of come off a little bit there. I'm going to blend. I will blend those in together. That needs to droop a little more. A leaf. Jesus Christ, I made this thing too big. For reference, cubes come in at a standard 2 meters by 2 meters on this program. Oh, Christ on a bike. Right, okay, leaf. Thin AF. I could, and I'm considering it, make this a texture and be done with it. But I don't feel that would be honest enough. I think the size of the ground to the intersection is the same, but you think... 1 second. I think the size from the ground to the intersection is the same, but then you shrink the stem from the intersection to the flower. Yeah. So you're saying it needs to be thinner up here at the top? Just like that. I do not understand how complicated that is, but it must be achieved for perfection. So a bit more like that. Maybe from there. Then we add. Something like that. So it kind of thins out and then gets thicker again. Is that more what you had in mind, what you were thinking? What will probably help, by any definition of help, is if I had a reference image in front of me, because I'm doing all this off the back of my head. Leaf. Google leaf. Google flower leaf. Do flowers have leaves, really? This is when I find out that flowers don't actually have leaves. Flower, stem, leaf. Kind of. Yeah. Can you tell I'm not an outdoorsy person? Despite all the flowers, my wife drags me to botanical gardens all the time to let the tiny human run around. Okay, so let's be gone with you. I apologise for all the clicking. I'm not stopping, I'm just apologising for it. That looks leaf-like. Leaf-like love. Do a similar thing. Pig, that'll do. Okay, now to turn the flower back on. That leaf is much too big. How do we love our mathematical uniform and symmetrical leaves from trees? Listen, you. This is going to be twisted slightly because I need to. Where are you? Spine. We need loose stem. Oop. All right. Now we go strength. Keep length, strength, definitely 100, from up there to 100. Needs to be better, add some bends also. I'm going to add another couple of those actually, because this needs to be, this bit needs to be at absolute 0, which I don't think it is. It's not. Point 0, 1. Grown. Let's undo absolutely everything I just did. Flatten out. There we go. Objects, details, end growth, 5%. Strive for better. This is entirely all your fault. Yes, it is. I agreed to do this. I decided to do this stream. This is how I want to spend my Fridays, improving my ability to design a leaf. Spline there. From to thin you out significantly. Further along, you fit there perfectly fine now. What we also need is a bend. Nope, a wrap, and I believe wrap goes fit to parent. Ooh. Right, there we go. Now fit to parent. Let's turn this off. Fit to parent. What the dickens? Let's try this again. Dovet wrap. Okay, wrap goes in there. Rotate that way. Scale it down. That's fine. Now if we turn that on, does that kind of curl it round? It does. But we also need scaling. Got a little bit of curve. We are definitely going to add a bump to that, but I also need a thing to faff and faff and faff. Leave that there. Cubic. Yeah, cubic. There we go. What this actually needs is for that to be divided by 2. Then do so put stem leaf and that inside of I don't like having those blue things everywhere, it annoys me. Stem leaf is inside of this. Oh no, I can't do that because of bullshittery. Let's snap you to there, thank you. Right, turn that off. Now this instance should have a point there, there we go. And we can snap this to a spline. We're going to turn off. No, we're going to turn off that just for a moment. And snap it to a point. Where's the points? Oh, that'll be fine. Back on. We do, however, need to. No, not you. You. So 0.5, 0.5. No, not 0.5, not 5. No, that doesn't look good at all. So that's your delete. Let's try this. Come here. Midpoint snapping. Why did I agree to do this, Flaz? Tell me. Why did you trick me into doing this? entirely your fault. You think this is a lot of effort. You just see the amount of work I put into the book covers that I'm actually making, like books that I'm actually writing. It was ridiculous. It's entirely your fault. You would have still done it even if I wasn't here. That's not true. Could have been working on something far more interesting. And as we've got only 5 minutes left of the stream, I might show you what I've been working on, just as a little treat, as it were. If you can consider any of this a treat. This will be an entirely sneak peek, because this is a book I've not even announced that I'm writing yet, to a degree. Again, it's something that those will be merged into there. I'm going to rename those Leaf Stem. You are also Leaf Stem Senior. And the 2 baby Leaf Stems go in there. Right. It is, you had done this to yourself. What you're left with is entirely your own doing. Fine. Okay, fine. This is my fault. I agreed to do this silly thing, and however, I do blame the random book title generator for giving me Salvation, or 2105 Salvation, because I did not pick that. I did not write that title. Oh no. Okay. Select children, delete. Cut some holes in there, and it's going to look average to subpar. And that's what we go. It still looks weird. If I wasn't here, it would look worse. Alright, okay. I'm saying nothing to that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit save, because I've got 3 minutes left before I've got to go and take care of other stuff. And what I'm going to do is show you something much more fun. So, before I open this, as you may or may not be aware, Mort Seals Lost and Found. So I was studying Crimson in competitive gaslighting. Yeah, this. That's fine. Gaslight. I'll get some matches next time. So as you may or may not be aware, my main book series is Mort Seals Lost and Found, which is a crime fantasy series. It has been going on for a while now. There are 4 books currently. Book 5 is coming out next year. Without any kind of spoilers whatsoever, there is an additional character being involved in book 5 who is becoming a main character, and I thought, based on things that happen in the story, a lot of what happens to him is not told and is just bombarded at the end. So what I decided to do was write a very, very short companion piece that goes alongside it, which will be the bits that you don't see. Because I don't think enough books do that. If one character disappears off, you don't really hear what happens about them if it's not part of the main story, and I think it could be entertaining to know what happens. So I started writing that. What we have left with is I decided to start doing the cover, because I like doing covers. And what we have here is... This is the level of effort I put into books I'm actually making. This is a full puzzle box. So... if you want to see how much time and effort I actually put into things, that is something that's a whole new level of ridiculousness. Oh, I can't... yeah, it moves so slowly because there's that much detail into it. I can't even turn the camera. Turn off everything. There we go. is a full shiny wood and metal puzzle box, which will be the basis of the cover of a mysterious 5.5 book. Do not save. So there. Doing this for a flower is nothing by comparison to building a puzzle box. Anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. It's been a weird stream. I'm still on the fence of what's going on, and I'm not entirely sure where my mental stability is at right now, because I need to find out what's going on in the world. I don't understand how you write so many short stories. How I'm already maximizing my time with one book. You're insane, lunatic, bonkers. Thank you. Having said that, if you do enjoy short stories, there is the Patreon below for anybody watching this on VOD or on Twitch. Ravina, there will be some links down in the description. There is every month Insecticide, a crime noir thriller. Every month there is a chapter of I Used to Be an Adventurer but Now Run a Tavern, and every month there is a random short story. If you like fuller stories, I have 4 books currently available on my website, with a 5th coming next year and a 5th and a half coming shortly afterwards. Yes, I shall remember this is all my fault. Thank you very much for coming, lads. If you've enjoyed this, as always, please hit the like button, subscribe, follow, all of those sorts of jazz. It's an easier click for you and it means the world to me. And in the meantime, feel free to click any of the links down below if you want something fun to read. And on that note, I need to go and find out what's going on. I need to go and do my tasks, and I need to drink something, because today has been... It's only 1 o'clock. Today has been a day and I'm not enjoying it. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. I will see you probably Sunday night. I will let you know. I'm unsure of what state of mind I will be in. Take care of yourselves, and yeah, TTFN.